Rain is an atmospheric phenomenon familiar to everyone, which are sediments in the form of water droplets. But what if it could rain all year long, and their precipitation can be from large spiders, huge ice balls, and even fish? Open your umbrellas. We have the most incredible and the most dangerous rains there have ever been. Hi there, and here we go. Autumn is a rainy time that makes us stay at home for several days or even weeks. But believe me that it's not as long as you think. Already the inhabitants of the Kauai Island know exactly what a really long rain is, because according to the Guinness Book of Records, this place is only 15 days a year without rain. The longest rainfall in the world occurred on the Hawaiian island of Kauai, and its duration was 247 days, beginning on August 27, 1993, and the last drop was fallen on April 30th of the following year. Spiders of impressive size fell from the sky in Argentina, Brazil in 2013. Archaeologists explain this by the following. Newborn spiders climb high on trees, where they create original parachutes of cobwebs. The wind picks them up and moves them over great distances, so the population of spiders successfully develops new territories. Although they can land on the heads of passerbyers, lost spiders are not a danger to people. Well, unless you are an arachnophobe. In such cases, to maintain a good mood, you would better not go out on this day. This is not the scene of Steven Spielberg's fantastic film, but the real bloody rain in Kerala, India, which passed here in the summer of 2001. It was initially suspected that the rains were colored by precipitation from a hypothetical meteor explosion, but numerous studies suggested their hypothesis. Rains were colored by spores from local seaweeds. Godfrey Lewis is a physicist from the University of Mahatma Gandhi and offered a controversial and non-verifiable hypothesis of extraterrestrial origin, but it was not possible to find out the mystical origin of the red rains until today. This holiday happened to fishermen from Thailand. Just imagine, the abundant rain made of fish was on Friday, June 19, 2015 in Thailand. Precipitation has brought a big catch to local residents. Some even arranged a real competition, which will catch more falling fish. A common explanation of this phenomenon is that strong wind and tornadoes raise the fish into the air, as in other cases with rain made of animals. An alternative explanation is that the fish living in the river and that it swims from the nearest river to an underground stream or cave system. A heavy rain overflows the stream, flushing the fish out of its usual habitat, leaving it on the ground. As in cases with red rain, there was no reliable explanation for this phenomenon. Several thousand thrushes fallen from the sky met residents of Arkansas in the New Year's morning of 2011. All the birds were dead. Ornithologists had to work hard to thoroughly investigate this phenomenon. As it turned out, the birds were killed not by a blow to the ground, but by a collision with some object. One of the popular variants was the version about the fault of the New Year fireworks, which frightened the birds, from which they broke up about all possible fixed objects.
We've got a perfect storm.
A video called Sudden Hurricane in Novosibirsk, published on YouTube on July 12, 2014, quickly spread around the world and now has collected more than 25 million views. A sharp cold snap at 36 degrees. This is Siberia. The wind of medium strength turns into a storm, blowing off various objects and rubbish for a minute, after which giant hailstorms begin to fall from the sky. Of course, not all vacationers take security measures. Some of them behave quite lightly. The author of the American newspaper was shocked that even after the hail began, some swimmers are still in the water, even after the flow of hailstones has become almost continuous. One guy decides to surrender and immerses most of the body in the water, leaving only the head on the surface, which involves blows. Smiling Russians suddenly panic and run to hide while keeping some of their composure, and even try to joke, despite the dramatic situation. So, one of the girls behind the scenes informs her boyfriend, "If we die, I love you." And she gets a reciprocal answer, "Me too." Hailstones, which are not inferior to its pressure, were in Oklahoma, USA in 2010. Only here, the size of grains of atmospheric precipitation corresponded to the size of a standard tennis ball. Huge ice balls damaged the roofs of houses, cars, and everything that was on their fall trajectory.
Oh, there's the windshield! Ah, damn it!
The only positive moment in this terrible event, someone thought of using hailstones instead of ice cubes to cool their favorite cocktails. About 200 different types of radioactive isotopes, namely those that avoided the further decay of nuclear fission products of uranium and plutonium, were formed during the explosions in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The mixing of a large number of irradiated materials in the air in combination with heat and heat flux from fiery storms led to rainfall in both cities within 30 to 40 minutes after the skin, clothing, and buildings, but it was also swallowed by breathing and consumed with contaminated food and water, causing radiation and poisoning. And we wish you not to fall into such a phenomena, and if it does happen, we recommend you take security measures. Thank you for watching.